who's going.
Hey guys, it's CJ, it's T Fent, the day ones. So we're back with the end of the year recap of everything we've experienced. And so let's start there.
No, you Carla, go first, please.
Okay, so what have I learned in 2020? What have I experienced in 2020? The ups and downs of 2020. I've learned many different things about 2020. It was stressful. I learned that people are really, really brainwashed. People um, they don't follow their own thought process. They follow the agenda. I learned that this year. This year showed me that. Also, this year showed me that you got to have more than one stream of income because jobs are not secure. Like this whole pandemic, if it didn't do one thing, it should have showed everyone that you got to get out here and make it happen for yourself. Ain't nobody gonna feed you but yourself. Ain't nobody gonna make sure you good but yourself. You can't depend on nobody but yourself. I learned all of that type of stuff this year. I had a couple things went on with me. Um, I got depressed. Work was different. My routine was interrupted. I'm a very routine, regimented person. That whole experience of quarantine showed me how reliant I am on a routine, going to work, doing the same shit repetitively. Like it showed me that I have to look at life from a different perspective and not be so closed in to the same shit every day because that's not really living life by going to work, doing somebody else's job, doing working towards somebody else's agenda, somebody else's goal. Like it just made me look at things a little bit differently. Health, I had a couple of scares this year. I found myself eating what I wanted to eat just for 90 days. I had a little situation. I was eating what I wanted to eat, not meat or anything like that, just gluten and shit like that. Just going off, doing my own thing because I was depressed and I was just like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? And then I had a little health scare. My kidneys started to decline because of that. I had breast cancer scare, which everything ended up working out. But ultimately, I just learned a lot about myself. I learned the things that I need to improve about myself. I learned um, I see people totally differently than I did before. My friends, my family, things like that, whether good or bad, I just see things totally different. Where you at, Tanya?
Yeah. Well, now no good news over here, but I'm living. That's about it. Taking it one day at a time. I don't know. It is what it is. I'm just grateful to be alive and still see the people that I see. There's been a lot of downers for me, but you wouldn't know it, but of course. But nothing really good to report, unfortunately. That I get to see her. My son is, alive, and family members and lost family members due to this COVID. And,
Did you get COVID this year?
no, thank God.
Okay.
I'm the only one that has sense, I suppose. I
Oh,
don't be around too many people
well, I had
anymore.
COVID. You trying to say I ain't had no sense?
Well, you don't listen too well. But other than that, this COVID is really blowing people's shit badly. Just recently lost my cousin, so at first I didn't think it was a hoax because I used to work in the unit of it, but it hits differently when it's family members and
Right.
Carla and her scare, and I know a couple other people that had it too. So, but yeah. But other than that, I'm taking the winter off, and hopefully 2021 will be better for all of us because I think we're all in agreement.
That's okay.
In agreement that this COVID, the quarantine, has really taken a toll on a lot of people's soul, mind, and body.
Absolutely.
And it's a scary thing. And just like Carla said, I look at a lot of people differently. People who I actually thought I would never think I would never speak to again. I don't even talk to them. Co-workers, I don't even be bothered. It's just like, I don't know if this is like for all of this to happen, for everybody just take a step back and look how life can actually be, if being controlled, because I believe we're being controlled. That's just
Right.
my personal
Absolutely.
opinion.
I definitely think that.
But like I said, unless you experience or know somebody that actually have it, then I guess that's when you're a believer. But I believe that all of this can be.
I believe that
They're,
there's a
they're drawn.
COVID. I
Yeah.
believe there's a COVID. I just believe that it was initiated for a purpose. That there's an agenda behind it. I definitely believe that there's a virus because I had it and it was a terrible experience. But I do know that this was something that was man-made, in my opinion, and no one's gonna be able to convince me otherwise. That there is an ultimate agenda of keeping us in the house and convincing us that there's a virus. Well, there is a virus, but with this whole wearing masks and quarantining, all these things take a toll on your body as well. Think about it. Kids haven't been in school. There's kids in the house being abused. They're not going to school. They're not socializing. People have lost their jobs. They have lost their businesses. People are getting depressed. People are turning to drugs and alcohol. Alcohol sales have risen. Domestic violence has risen. It's like so many different things that has came out of this whole quarantine. And to me, it's a bigger issue, it's a bigger picture, but people get so caught up in other things, they don't see what is right there before them, that the government is playing a role in all this. And it even goes down to the election. You know how I feel about it. A lot of people already know how I feel about the election and Jim Crow Joe that everybody voted for. And congratulations that you guys got Jim Crow, you know what I mean, in the office, so that way he can do what he does. But all of this stuff. Go look it up, Jim Crow Joe. Look it up on YouTube. Find him and get all his excerpts from when he was out here talking really, really greasy and racist.
Yeah.
That is who he is. Yeah. But y'all didn't want Trump. Everybody appreciated
Look, nobody want nobody. I think we should just run the country ourselves.
Because he's too transparent for everybody. But I ain't gonna go there. I'm just saying that people are stuck with blinders on, and that's just my opinion, so I'm gonna leave it at that. But it has taught me that a valuable lesson in many different things. I have no control over what's going on, of course. I'm just one person, but I do see the writing on the wall here. You know, trying everything I can to get my footing so I can stand on my own feet, but it's very, very hard. Being a career woman that I am in a field where I'm a worker. So to be an entrepreneur, I'm part of that generation that wasn't really taught, you know, how to go out and get your own money. I was taught you go to college, you get a good job, you retire. I'm part of that generation. I'm not part of this new generation where they think very different than us, and it's very good that they think the way they do, because you really got to be independent and it's making these sales and doing different things on the internet to make a living nowadays, because people have no jobs, regular jobs like what I do. All those things are dwindling because of the circumstances. So that definitely was something that was eye-opening for me.
Mm-hmm.
You, Tanya?
No. So I told you, I'm sorry. It's nothing good to report that I'm alive and I still have some relationships that I have in my family.
Well, Tanya, it's a very good thing that you're alive, that you didn't get COVID, your family's still good. I mean, the only thing that you can think about, other than the fact you're dealing with some rough times right now, is that hopefully in the future you'll be able to turn it around. You know what I'm saying? Like you really can't measure the good if you don't have any bad. You feel me? So it's sad to say it like that, but that's a lot of times you can't measure the good if you don't have the bad to compare it to. So
you know, we didn't even practice social distance. Look at that. Look how close we got. That's a shame.
And I just came from Puerto Rico, child. But we good though. I get a test once a week.
Okay. Listen up. And I was watching. They sent something on IG. You sent something on IGTV about the vaccine and the doctors that were behind it. Now, mind you, there had been about a good 8 of them sitting arm to arm. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what pastor it was. He, I believe he was on the Islam. Brother Islam, because he had the bow tie.
Brother Islam.
Yeah, them.
A Muslim brother.
Yeah. Okay, whatever.
All right.
He was sitting there and asking them questions and stuff like that. So he had asked the question. He said, "Well, let me ask you a question." He said, "If and when someone dies when they take the vaccine, can they sue?" And these doctors. And the doctors said, well, not as of right now, because we don't know the side effects of it or this, that, and the third. He said, no, you're not listening to my question. He said, my question is, if somebody in their family
Mm-hmm.
take the vaccine and they die from it, he said, people want to know, can they sue? Well, to make a long story short, they didn't have a right answer for it.
No.
At all.
There's
Because,
going to be so
fumbling over words.
There's going to be so many side effects that's eventually going to surface years from now. Just like how I just seen a commercial today that said Zyrtec. Is that an allergy medication?
Yeah, it was.
Now it's all these class action suits against it. Now I just seen that drug being sold at the pharmacy. All of a sudden now they realize that it has all these side effects, like any kind of medication. All this shit is about money. Medication, all that is about money. I'm an anti-medication person. That's why I have kidney disease. I don't take any medication. I do everything strictly by diet. That's why when I started fucking up in August for 90 days, my kidney declined because I was doing some bullshit. I was going against everything that I had set up for myself. I believe that anything on this earth that is grown naturally is for our health. It's for our medication. All this man-made shit comes with a price. You get something to fix your kidneys and your liver go. What the fuck I'm gonna do with kidneys if I ain't got no liver? You feel me? Like, it's always some kind of side effect, but it's all money driven. So it's definitely gonna be side effects. They move too fast with a vaccine. Like, this whole thing just is a setup, and it's scary because a lot of people got to take this drug. Is gonna have to take this vaccine to keep their jobs.
Yep.
I might be one of them type of people because of what I do for a living. I might be pushing the corner where I might have to be forced to take a medication that I don't want in my body. So I have to come up with a plan in order to avoid that type of shit. Like I said, I'm gonna say it. I said it probably 15 times. There is an agenda going on, and I don't give a fuck what nobody has to say about it. And it's nothing beneficial for the people, and that's it.
Just arguments, people arguing. Where you got the different memes out saying, "Oh, put Trump back in office. Biden broke."
Biden got dementia as far as I'm concerned.
It's just
he's going to be the president of Weekend at Bernie's. He just going to be there.
I'm not having this conversation.
The vice president is going to be signing everything on his behalf because that motherfucker is not there. Okay, so his racist stuff might really surface for real, because when you got dementia and all that, all times, all that kind of stuff, that's when you don't really have control over what you say. I know that because my grandma, they say what they want.
Well, then both of them had it. Shit.
Who?
Trump had said some bullshit out of his mouth. He's just as an asshole as Biden. Just as racist as him. Both of them are. I mean,
I wouldn't go as far as say that Trump is racist, though.
You don't think?
I think he's a classist. I don't think he's racist. That's how I feel about it.
Because that's a boy.
Yeah.
So
we just gonna get.
Yeah, we're gonna move past all that.
My recap of the year is go out here and get your own money.
That's right.
So go out here and support people. If you know people got a business, they trying to do something different, support your people. Don't buy from Macy's when you can go buy from a friend. Example, it's a T. Support small business. That's the only way small business can grow into big business, is we support them, especially if we know these people.
That's right.
Support Black business, support Hispanic business, support any business of somebody that you hang with, that you know, that you support. That's the best way to do it. Don't go to the store and buy something from somebody else when they already sitting on long bread already. Support your friend who need that money, that way they can build their business. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to do something different. Support them. So basically, for 2020, that's my recap. I learned a lot about myself. I had some health scares. I turned them around. I learned that I need to get my own money, other than depending on the government to take care of me by my career that I've had for over 20 years. Support your friends who are in business. Love who's around you, who supports you. Do charitable things if you can. If you have the means to do it. If you don't have financially, be able to do it by just showing some kind of support or going out here volunteering yourself. But that's about it for me on 2020. That's it, honey.
Mm-hmm.
You good?
I'm great.
So I wish you guys a wonderful new year. Good luck to you. Continue to do what you do. Stay safe and don't fall for the bullshit. Don't wear those masks everywhere you go, because you can't breathe properly. Your body's not made to have a mask on. So that's my take on that. I don't support the mask. I'm against it. Look it up. It causes many different diseases. You're not supposed to be breathing in old air. But that's just my opinion. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Love you guys.